upright style is very common in bonsai as it is easy to produce and suits a wide variety of plants. It is characterized by a gently curving trunk, alternating branches, and an asymmetrical triangular shape.
For this demonstration, we will use a dwarf bottlebrush. It's a hardy, drought-resistant tree that readily accepts wiring. When choosing your tree, look for one with a tapering trunk and plenty of branches to choose from. It's an added bonus if the tree has natural curves. The first step is to clean up the tree. Start by cutting off any dead branches and any very thick ones near the top. Then decide on the front. It should be the most beautiful part of the tree and show alternating branches. When you have decided on the front, cut off any forward-pointing branches to clear up the front of the trunk. Make sure you keep back branches. They give the tree some depth. Now that we've gotten rid of the unwanted branches, the tree needs a more triangular shape. To determine the length to cut off, hold a pair of chopsticks to make the lines. If the branches are outside the triangle, trim them back. If they don't quite make it, leave them to grow out later. The next step is wiring. You should use copper-coated aluminium wire, although there are other types available. It's best to practice wiring technique before you work on your tree. Find a branch and choose a wire thickness roughly 1/3 to 1/2 its width. Cut the wire to the length of the branch plus 1/3 and fold back the top end. This will help avoid poking out someone's eyes. Using one hand to support the branch and the other to bend the wire, carefully work your way along, making turns at a 45-degree angle. Make sure you bend the wire. Don't drag it across the bark or it'll end up being too tight. Also make sure it's not too loose or the wire won't be able to hold the shape of the branch. Practice wiring technique until you are confident. When you come to your tree, remember to always wire the trunk first, then work from the lower branches up to the apex. Cut a length of wire from the base of the pot to about 1/3 more than the height of the tree. Push the wire down behind the tree at a 45-degree angle until it reaches the bottom. Then we begin to wire the trunk and then the branches in the same way that we did for the practice branch. Once the tree has been wired, you can begin to make the shape. Gently but firmly bend the trunk using both hands to create the curving informal upright shape. The bend should be stronger near the base of the tree, but less noticeable at the top. Make sure the apex stands roughly vertical to the base and that it leans forward slightly. And that's how you make an informal upright bonsai.
Wait at least a week before you repot your styled bonsai. Keep an eye on the wiring and make sure you remove it before it cuts into the bark.